Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. And in this episode, we're going to work on a couple things here. First off, I want to show you all of these freaking trees I have marked. I got quite a lot of trees marked for harvesting. And that's because we are still having a lot of cold peeps. So once we get some more trees brought in, that's timber, we can make some more domestic fuel, and I'm thinking about adding another job position to this water sawmill so we have as many people as we can working on heating our homes. Something else we need is a couple more clothes. So our leather worker, or tailor's workshop that we put in last episode is doing great, but it's not quite keeping up with demand. So we are going to need some more basic materials, and we're going to do that with the hunter. If I can find that again. There it is, hunting cabin. So this guy I'm gonna put over here. It's just a different area. I don't know how big a difference it's gonna make, but I'm gonna stick that. Actually, no, let's not go over there because I don't want to take up any more space from that logging camp. We'll put it here, build a road. I put that hunting guy over there or the logging camp over here to try and become more self-sufficient with the wood instead of having to mark everything for our harvesting. We'll get this hunting lodge in. It's gonna help with our food. It's gonna help with leather. It's going to be fantastic and amazing. And look at this. I'm also very excited about this. We got another group of immigrants on their way, so they should be here shortly. In the meantime, we have our reeds and all that stuff working now. And something else we want to get is those baskets. I think I talked about this last episode. Carrying capacities increase. Let's grab that so we can make some baskets. Now, something else I learned is if we go to our shoemaker here, straw shoes, it can increase movement speed for citizens, which is cool. So you have shoes, they move faster. Makes sense, right? So that's something good to make. I wasn't even trying to do that, but the reeds are helping us in many different ways. So in our knitting workshop here, we're gonna go down to textiles and we're gonna grab baskets. So we'll have reeds brought here as well. Hopefully we have an extra stockpile of reeds. Let's see here. See if I can find it. 140, yeah. So we're doing great on reeds. Food's doing well too, so we're making moves here. See, we've got a bunch of cold people, and we're still at 25 missing clothes. So that's why I wanted to do those couple things, and hopefully that is going to be enough to solidify us. In the last episode, we got some ground on it, but ooh, the town is developing well. Shall we go to the town hall? See if they take us in. Oh yeah, 10 more peeps. Absolutely. Come on in, people. So now our boarding house is going to be up to 12, unless they find other homes elsewhere. I did build 3 more homes because we had a bunch of citizens who wanted to have their own homes, so we got that happening. So now let's just slow down just a second. Let's check out, okay, 9 laborers. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to set some people up here. I want to have, so forester, is the forester, I always get this confused. Okay, forester is the people who are cutting the wood. That's what we want to have. So let's go put a couple more people in there. Let's bring it to 6. We got 5 more laborers, and maybe we'll leave 4 more laborers. Maybe we'll leave those guys as laborers for now while we're still gathering a bunch of wood around town. I'm thinking that's what the laborers are doing. So when I have things marked for gathering with this tool, resources, harvest trees, collect stone, gather plants, that's the people who are doing it. So that's great. We got that. Those immigrants are going to help immensely. I think we'll be able to grow a little bit quicker in the future. Hopefully in this episode, I want to get into a little bit more mining. I guess I didn't get the mining, but we have the stone pit that I want to throw in, and I think I'm going to put that over in this region. The quarry stone pit is humongous in this game. So 15 by 15. So I think this area will be good for that. And these mountains and stuff are over here, but I don't know what this symbol is. It looks like a volcano-y thing, or salt maybe. I'm not sure. So I think having a mining and quarry and that type of thing over in this area is going to be the best idea. We can run our road over there as well. I had mentioned that I wanted to play a little bit with more of the decoration things in this game because there's so many neat things in here. So just one of those things, silted fish rack. I think that'd be cool to put by, well, our fishing guys over here. I also really like this notice board. I think that this looks really cool. I don't have paper yet, so we can't quite make this, but I like this. I like the town bell. I like the board. I think it's great. And I think it'd be cool to have it near our town hall a little bit over here. Just like, check this out. Big old campfire, little brazier, bunch of cool stuff. Street lights are going to be cool. You know, if I maybe next playthrough we keep in mind about this stuff and we plan for it. I think that'd be really cool. Now, I was noticing our people are not very happy, and the only thing I could find to remedy that right now is the church. So with 80 of wood, stone, and iron ore, we can hop in a church, and I think we're gonna do that right. Well, let's do it over here. We'll put the church down, build a dirt road to it, and then hopefully that will help a lot. We still have a couple of extra people from our immigrants that came in, so we'll be able to employ people at the church right away. So we're gonna make that a priority and get that built and cleaned up and ready to go as soon as possible to increase the happiness. And then I was reading this, and so some citizens might commit crimes because they're all mad, and then very low is loss of desire to procreate. So I need people. So if people are mad and they aren't making more people, it's not a good thing. So we'll get the church built, and I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for any other happiness things that we can build. I'm wondering if any of these decoration things have any kind of effect like that. It'd be cool to have that. I did build a road out here and a bridge and a connection tunnel here for our mining that we were just talking about. So I'll get that the area prepared for our operations that we are going to have over there. I think I just realized something. Now I'm having people die of cold and starvation and dying and not eating, but I have tons of food. Well, if I look over here at the marketplace, this says vendors will visit warehouses to collect resources and transport them here, and it can provide citizens with a large variety of goods, benefits both living and working conditions. So I'm wondering if, since I only have one person working as a vendor, if this person just can't keep up with the demand of everybody else that lives here. So I'm thinking we're going to have an additional spot open for our marketplace, and you can see that didn't turn green, so that means we don't have any available workers. I did put in a couple farms up here to try and keep up with the food demand, so we might shift some of that, especially some of these just tequila fields that I put in here. So yeah, let's kick Gary out of there, and we'll move Gary over here to be another vendor, and hopefully we can get some food distributed. The reason why I started to look was because our church that I made priority needs only 80 timber, and I just chopped down tons and tons of trees. Like, look at this, all naked over here because I took all the trees out, and over here too. And I was like, well, there's no way I used up all this wood already, right? So if I come to the warehouse, look at that, 1,000 timber. We have tons of wood. So we just need builders, and we need people to distribute the goods we have to the other people. And you can see we have 0 builders, so nothing's gonna happen with that. It's gonna sit there. So a couple problems with people not having enough people. We've already lost 3 or 4 people from that influx of immigrants we had. So we're just trying to get that initial balance started, and it's tricky not knowing the ins and outs of everything right away here, and it's kind of nice. We're getting there. It's a couple bumps in the road, but this makes for an interesting journey sometimes. Another problem I found with the church thing was our builder's cabin didn't have any workers. So I was looking at this and I was like, I have 2 laborers but 0 builders. How do I add more builders? Well, remember when we had the repairman, we were like, how the heck do I assign repair people, right? So came over to the builder's cabin and I hit the plus, and now we have 2 people on building, and now we're getting this stuff gathered. I was on the right track there was nobody to bring the stuff. It was just the wrong type of person that I was looking at. So we got our builders. That church is going to be built, and I'm going to shift some of those builders one of them probably, from here and be a clergy person, and we can operate this dang old church and get our people happy. Look at, we have no green. Everybody is mad. Okay, the church got built, and already we are at 2 bars of happiness. So that was obviously the thing that I was missing. And another thing that I found to create happiness is the brewer right here. The brewery, and I'll check it out. Oh, is it a winery or brewery? Brew's a different variety than the brewery. Well, where's the brewery? Maybe it's calling this the brewery, the distillery. So we do have some agave tequila that we are working on, and we can build this. So let's put this guy down. Well, maybe we'll put this guy over here, like right in here. So we'll get this guy cooking. Yes, true, we still don't have a whole lot of people, but we can hopefully have a better fertility rate coming in. There was also a spot where you could see fertility rate right there, bottom of that, 8%. 8. Just awful. That's why we're not getting more peeps. because their happiness is so low. Low happiness means low fertility. So there you go. That's the problem chain. And we'll work on the happiness, and then that's gonna fix the other two problems. It's very possible that I could have just totally been oblivious to this happening, but it's night, and I don't recall that happening in the 12 other years that we've been here. So it could very well be because of the happiness is up now, and I got a prompt that was like, hey man, you should be building some more lighting for your town because it's dark. And so here we are. So really, it's really interesting. I think I'm going to put in a couple of stone lanterns around town here. Well, like I mentioned, I don't really have a whole lot of room for this type of thing because first playthrough, I don't know about this stuff yet. So I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to place a couple of these lanterns because, well, they're kind of cool looking, and apparently they are good for the settlement. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place a couple, and I also wanted to talk about the distillery. It's been huge in our happiness, so we'll have to make sure to remember that in the next playthrough. So we got our agave tequila coming through, liquors are flowing, and our fertility rate is up to 50% now, so it's great. Oh, I wanted to mention with the this nighttime thing, so there are settings in here. If you go into settings, game settings, we have night and day, and then day and night, long day, long night, day and night. So I'm not sure what's going on with this, if it was after 10 years, if it's nighttime, or what the deal is, because it's still dark out, but it's cool, whatever, we'll leave it. But we are ready for the mines, so let's go over here. We're gonna get our quarry first, and I think we'll stick this guy, why not, right over here. And then let's get the mining pit. We're going to produce iron, coal, silver. At fixed total output, the building cannot be demolished. Oh, okay, so both these cannot be demolished, so something to keep in mind for sure. See how that's red in the back? I wonder if it's got to be placed against a mountain, just like in Kingdoms Reborn. Look at that. Okay, so now we know. Let's find stick it right in here. Oh yeah, okay, that's going to work. We'll do a dirt road, and we'll squeak it out from this way. And there we go. So these are gonna get built quickly, and you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do that decoration action. We'll put some stone lanterns out here because, you know, this would be scary walking through here in the middle of the night, bringing things to and fro. So we'll get a couple of those put together. It should look pretty neat once it's done. Another thing that just happened, which is pretty cool, is the hunter has found a buffalo. So if I went to my pasture, I have buffalo here, so that's sweet. I finally have a critter. There is a way you can check to see what you have. That's up here in the statistics, seeds and livestock. And you can see we have one buffalo guy, and we don't know what anything else is. We have peas, cabbage, agave, flax seeds, oats, and chestnuts. I haven't really figured out where that's coming from yet. I mean, we've had buffalo around town. Like, that's a buffalo right there. We've had hunter, we've had him for a long time, so I don't know why it took so long. Maybe we have to harvest a certain amount, or what the deal is. But anyways, we got it now, and it's great. Let's check on these mines, and just a little bit, we'll try and shift some people over there to get started. But until we get maybe these nomads that are on the way, immigrants, I don't know why I keep calling them nomads, then we won't have any people. But we are all the way up to 42 fertility rate. There were 2 births this last season, so we have some children coming in now. Finally, we're going to start to grow our population naturally. Another thing to check out, I saw this ferry in this build menu here, and I thought it meant ferry from like one end of the land to another, but it's a trader. Traders will transport designated items to the ferry. So this merchant ship that keeps floating past, this is how you get goods from them. So I'm gonna plop this guy in. I don't think it'll be ready by the time the guy gets here, but I'm gonna make it a priority, and we'll see if we can get it built in time. I'm gonna be surprised if it takes a long time for us to get stuff built around here, but if we can get it, that'll be sweet. It'd be cool to see the interaction with that as well. We haven't done that yet. Yeah, something new just happened. Select your administrator. So we have Blanche and Kathy. Blanche is a scholar who has a lot of research on trade development programs that focus on education, have greatly contributed to trade in towns and cities. Trading proficiency +1, and Kathy, scholars who have a lot of research on agriculture. development programs that focus on education have greatly helped agriculture in towns and cities. I think we're going to go with agriculture because we have significantly more agriculture than trading right now, and just to boost that is going to be awesome. Now, I was just looking, we got this little guy here that says 3 citizens want new houses. So I was thinking that, oh, I could just stick a house in here, but not quite. So I put this other marketplace in here so we can expand out further this way a little bit more and have more space for homes. While we're waiting for our other stuff to get built over here, it looks like both are complete. So the mine pit, iron ore, coal, silver. And I think we'll go with iron. Actually, let's go with coal at first. We don't have anybody to work it yet, because those immigrants arrived and they have been placed in jobs already. So we don't have anybody to work it yet, but soon, hopefully. And the quarry, of course, is just stone. That's a lot for today. We got happiness and mines and all sorts of things taken care of. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival.